1. Welcome back. This is Nerd Dad on episode 10 of our Factorio playthrough. When we left last time, we just started a gray out or a red out, if we're gonna, if we're gonna name it after these blinking lights. I think we're gonna probably need a few things. We're gonna need some stuff. What we got in our bags? Not a lot of stone. We're gonna need some ore and some copper. Okay. So why don't we just get a bunch of stone? And let's get some ore and copper. Do we have a chest full of copper still? Yep. Let's grab a little bit of that. We start building things. Perfect. 5, 10, 5. Need some more ore. We'll grab a little bit more ore. And we should be in pretty good shape. Actually, let's just pick that whole thing up. And what do we get? 5, 10, 15, 20. And we've got curved pipe, so let's get a little bit of straight pipe. And actually, let's just drop this iron ore in here since we're waiting. We've got coal on us, so we don't need any more coal, that's for sure. We've got miners, so let's do that first. So the chances are that we ran out of ore first. So we're probably burning it faster than we can produce it. So let's just double that up, and let's get that going, and some power. Now, of course, we don't have any power yet, but let's get that going. Let's dump 50 in each of these since we got a bunch of coal in our bags anyways, and we'll just get our power back up and running so stuff works better. And what do we manage to build in the meantime? Let's get these things in alignment now. If we do, what are we trying to do here? About there? Is that going to be? Yep, close enough. Whoops, get off that track. Okay, and then I think we'll put the other ones somewhere like about there. And we should be able to run a line like this. Put a splitter on there. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to, we're going to add another, well, we're going to increase our power by the power of 200%. So that should be good. And let's go like that. And we're going to need to get the water over to there, and we're going to need to get the water over to there, and we're going to want the steam to be, how are we going to do the steam? We'll do the steam jump from here to here, and we'll do a steam jump. Ooh, what are we going to do with our steam? I think we'll just cycle it into here once we get these up and running. So, I'm going to do something like this. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need a space for the power lines. And I think we still got some more being built. Yep, perfect. So we'll just grab that. Some power there. And what's being damaged now? Probably some walls somewhere. And we got those built yet? Nope. Still waiting for some pipe and some more steam engines. So once we get those up and running, we should be in good shape. Why don't we just do a little bit of jumping around here, hopscotch that over. That should work. We're going to need some curved pipe for a little bit later, so we'll get that up and built. Flip these around, and quickly we will have this back up and running. And we're not too worried about this little, what are we calling it, a red out? We're not too worried about this red out. Okay, and so what we'll do is these steam engines are already connected on this other side here, and once we just connect this line right here like this, that basically gets all this connected. And what we can actually do is we can just go crunch and just jump that one across. Basically, it'll make it impossible for us to run through this area now, but that's okay. Oops, we didn't put inserters on these guys. Let's get some inserters on there. Let's work. Actually, no, I want to get automobile. I think I'm going to grab that first, because we're going to work on engines and stuff in a few minutes here. Okay, how's our power looking? Not connected yet. What have I not done? Water. Connect, water. Now what have we got? 50%? No, it's better than that. We know it's better than that. We haven't connected the steam on this side. Yeah, see, there's always some reason. Oh, we're one pipe short. Just one more scenario. Come on, give me some pipe. There we go. Thank you. Now we should be able to check our power. There we go, about 30%-ish. So that's good. We're pulling 10 megawatts. We got capacity for 30. We got 10, 20, 30 of those up. So we can put another 10 up on this pump, and then we'll have to start thinking about a second pump. So we can expand a little bit more, but not too much. We're kind of, you know, pushing the envelope here. What's wrong with that? 15, 30, 20 to 45 and 10. Yeah. Okay. Maths is hard. Okay. What are we building next? That's the big question here. How are we getting wood in our bag? Yep. Let's get rid of that. Don't need a bunch of wood. And what do we got going on here? We're going to have to start thinking about some expansion here pretty soon, but I think before we do that, we wanted to get our military science packs up and running. And that would be great if we could pull that off in this episode as well. So let's get right on top of that. And I'm thinking what we'll do is give ourselves a little bit of extra space here. Well, hum ha. Let's try that. And that may not be far enough, but we'll hope for the best. And if we bring this line kind of like this with an extra one like this, and what I'm thinking here is we got this lovely little, these gun turrets, and that's part of our military science pack. So we can just basically bump that right in like this. We'll just jump from there to there. And that will get those where we want them. I've got a little bit of a bad feeling about our copper situation out there still. We did double up our copper line, but it's still just not backing up. We're sucking that copper just like slurp. Just way too fast. We're going to definitely need some more copper. So we're kind of going to be breaking out of that 2-to-1 ratio pretty quickly. We're going to start needing a lot more of it. But for right now, let's get this built. Okay, so what else do we need? Well, we're going to need some of these grenades that we got ready, and we're going to need these red ammo down here. Just kind of thinking about that for a sec. Piercing rounds. I could never remember the name of them. I just called them red ammo. Piercing rounds. And we're going to want, something like this. And we will just bring that right up nice and straight. And I think what we're going to do is get a little bit crafty right in here. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to actually get this line brought back to next to the yellow line here. So what we're going to do is this, and we'll just tee it like that. Whoops, that wasn't right. I wanted to actually do this. And that. There we go. That'll give us the T we're looking for. And we'll bring some grenades. Do we have any grenades? Why, no, we don't have any grenades. So why do I want grenades? Well, we'll talk about that in just a second. But before we do, let's get that off there. And let's get military science packs up and running full tilt here, so they can start backlogging a bit. Now I have a feeling because of our copper situation here, we're going to run into a bit of trouble with our military science packs because, well, if the guns can't get produced, like they're really not producing right now, once we kind of bleed off this iron chest with only 47 in it, we're going to start having troubles producing these. So somewhere in here we're going to have to address that problem, but we will just defer for right now. There. Let's just go as... Actually, we'll just run from there for now. Okay, so that'll always get us some military science packs. Assuming, of course, we put some power here and tell it what we actually want to be built. So, that's not what we do. We ran out of power poles, which we could have probably picked up when we were standing right beside the machine there with looking for the wood. I was thinking that when I was standing there and then forgot all about it. That's okay. I won't be the first and it won't be the last. Okay, let's get some military science packs coming. Perfect. Now let's think about how we're going to bring these in. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start getting ready to bring things in a little bit tighter there. Let's finish up with railway a bit. Just kind of pondering how we want to do all this in here. So if we bring it in really tight, I'm a little bit concerned what we might run into. I'm going to bring it in about here for now. I got a feeling we're going to need to reroute these anyways. I'm just taking a bit of a guesstimate at where we might end up. Oh, that's close enough. And we're going to need some red inserters on here so we can start pulling these military science packs into our lab. And we can just actually run down here like this. There we go. And they're all ready to go. And then we just have to make these two lines connect, and we will be magnifique. Perfect. Okay, we got military science packs. That is excellent. Okay, I just kind of want these lines brought down here a bit. We're going to have to pull off these lines, so we may have to come back a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that. The greens, yeah, we can bring down. I don't think we're going to need those, but we're going to do engines in here. We're going to need some of this ore. We're going to need steel. Okay. For those people wondering, why do we want grenades? Well, they're not really great against the bugs. To be honest, fighting bugs with them is not really the best in the world. Almost kind of want to go out here and show you. It might not be a great idea, but we will give it an attempt. There's a bunch of bugs there, and luckily I have this wall I can run to, because what you're going to see is, my circle isn't very far, and I'm going to get their attention probably well before that. And all I can really do is, they'll kill a couple, but the cost of them for what you get to kill with them isn't anywhere close to what you can do with a gun. I mean, I can come out here with a gun and kind of hammer away, especially when I get the piercing rounds. I mean, I can almost hold them off with a machine gun at this point. So the grenades really aren't great for that. I mean, even when you get them later on, the cluster grenades, they're pretty good, but these grenades aren't great. But what they are is, well, frankly, they're tree killers. They're great for stationary objects like these trees that have done us much harm. And you can see right now they take a couple grenades to blow them up, but we'll get them researched up to an ability to throw one and basically take out the trees. And it makes it really easy for us to kind of go through a swath of trees like this. We can, just toss them in the middle here. Nice big circle. So yeah, grenades, tree killers. Not, the same as a flamethrower, but great for not having to chop them down. So that's why we wanted a bunch of them in our bag, because we're going to have to expand our perimeter here soon, and now we don't have to necessarily sit there and chop a bunch of trees. We'll chop some, but just not as many. So that's why we wanted our grenades, and well, we needed them for our military science packs, so it was sort of twofold. But that being said, our tree chopping has been reduced, so that's fantastic. And I'm just taking a little bit of an eyeball here. Yeah, we've got a little bit more time, so I'm thinking maybe we'll think about building engines and maybe getting our car built as well. So let's think about that. And I've had a bit of an epiphany about what I want to try. I want to try something new this time. I've been kind of looking at, how I've been doing this with, this, feeding this one across here, and I'm thinking maybe we can get away with just doing it with 2 of them. So typically I'd run 4 here, but I'm actually going to try something here with just 2, and 2 on each side to be exact. 2 for pipe and 2 for the, oh, and that pipe, I knew that was not in the right place. It just didn't look right. So we're going to have to bump this line out a bit, assuming I've got everything where it's supposed to be. So let's make that assumption clear first. Are we correct? We are correct. We're going to have to do a little bit of a bump here. Okay, so I didn't quite get this line where I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to just jump this line, and we'll do it, I don't know, right here. It'll be fine. And we'll just go like this real quick. And we will just do a quick little zig here and just, oopsie. We'll just steal. In fact, we can actually leave a good chunk of that line. Well, too late now, but something like that. Yep, that's where that comes in. And we're going to want another one right about there to there. And we're going to want another one there from there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make this our iron sprocket. What are these? Iron gears? And these are going to be our straight pipes. And when we look at what an engine takes basically steel, a sprocket and a pipe. So we can actually pull the pipe off this side, the iron gears off this side, and we will pull the steel off this line right here. So there we go. We got some steel. Will come in right there when we're ready, and we will make this, those two feeds. We'll make this a feed, and then we'll put this as our output line. Our output line will come like this right here, and we'll just dump it into a box for right now. Just drop that right there and get us our line, and we only have to come back to about here. And we'll probably need at least 2 sets of these. Engines we need quite a few of because they're required for the red engines. They're used for all sorts of things a little bit later in the game. So right now we just want to get these up and running, and we're going to want whoops, I forgot I had to rejig this. I was looking at it going, I need the ability to kind of get these in this way, so it means I have to flip the blues around to the way that I typically do them. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Something like that. Now what's the bad side of that? We haven't got this one there. I kind of save on the telephone pole too, because we kind of have to slide everything down. That's not right. That's not right at all. What is wrong with this? What haven't I done? You need to bring in from there and there, which means you need to be there. I don't know why that was so hard to get straight in my head, but there we go. We won't save on telephone poles. There we go. What are we getting damage at? Oh, look at you just... That's a lot of bug meat. I wonder if we can fry them up and eat them. They'd probably be good or something, eh? A bit of bug souffle. I'm not going to worry too much about the grid, I'm thinking. It's just kind of a pointless exercise with the... Oh, we're going to need reds on these as well. And I bet you I got to do the same thing too. I got to do it like this. Because I need those reds just coming in at certain points there. So we'll have to expand this line. So this one can keep the grid. The grid is alive. The grid is dead. Yeah, we can put it there. I guess it's not a big deal. Okay, and all we got to do is just hook these up and see the master. I feel like that's like in the wrong. It is in the wrong. Check your eyeballs. Okay, right there is one, and the other one's going to be, of course, you're a dope. That won't work. Yeah, we'll just keep working on the research for right now. I just feel like I don't know what I'm really doing with my research right at the moment. Okay, we got those over there. I had to move that down because, of course, we need to put a thing right here, and that thing would have been in the way. A thing? How about a splitter? Why don't we call it a splitter? Just pretend for a second it's called a splitter. Okay, and we just go like this, and that, and that. And that. That's a nice clean cut. And then we're going to need steel. And steel's going to have to come from way over here. And I think we'll just run it backwards from here just so that I can actually pretend to get an alignment. And a splitter here, please. And then we just need to curve that over. And, oh, it feels like Christmas. Now, is it or isn't it? What have we not done? We've got a couple problems here. That doesn't have any instructions. That has instructions. We've got ore coming in, and you all should be building like crazy now. What have you done? What is your problem? We haven't completed the ore path. There's always something, right? It's like, could you maybe get it right once? And this is really not how we do this. Who taught you to lay this out? There we go. Much. There's another one here. Did the same thing here. How is that acceptable at any shape? And oh, because we... I totally forgot why we did that. Yeah. Because, well, we had a little problem. Oh! I see engines. I see engines. How many we got? 4. That's not enough. Come on. Get to work. And while it's getting to work, we're going to come over and steal some red ammo. Let's just steal a bunch. Yeah, 60, that'll do us. And do we have 8 yet? Do we have 8? Do we have 8? Shush! That tells me something, and that tells me we've got 8 engines. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Everything has just come together. I see a car. I see a car on the ground. I see extra fuel. I see bullets. Do we have the ability to build a gate? I see the ability to drive down here. I see revenge is what I see. I see blood. Revenge. Bug blood. I see me getting out of the car and repairing this. Do I have to? Yeah, I gotta get out. I always can never remember if I can do it from within the car. I don't know how the robots can do it. Why can't I do it? It's not fair. It's a conspiracy. All right, now let's see if we die. Let's go see about that. Let's go see if we can have some revenge here. Oh yeah, I got red ammo. Yep, I do. Yes, hello. Ding dong. The bugs are dead. Yep, that's effective. How many rounds of ammo did we blow there? Let's just check inside our car here. Chunk. That was like 14. So we can do a bit of cruising. The good thing is we don't really have to go looking too far because our radar has given us a pretty good idea what's out there. Another thing you can use your red ammo for, if you've got lots of it, just kind of show you a couple things for those people that haven't played before. People that play a lot, please stand by and just give a watch. But say I want to just drive along here, I can actually hit the C button and actually just kind of build a highway. So it's kind of, you can kind of use it as a, you can use your gun using C just to kind of build yourself a road if you want to, so you don't necessarily have to get out of your car to chop trees. It's just another quick little way to move yourself around, and it's nice to be able to have a perimeter you can drive around. And we will do that just so that we can come up here, and we will put another gate. Gate. I'll have to make this a small one. Hey look, some bugs coming. I'll just help out with that. Or we won't. Didn't need to. Okay, well, that was episode 10, and we got rid of that readout. We got our military science packs up and running. We got our car, which means we got engines. So that was a good episode. I thank you for joining me. I, of course, appreciate any likes. I appreciate all comments, and, subs are great too. So drop me a line. I'm Nerd Dad. That was episode 10, and I'm out.